Hi, Mary.
I have to actually call him because there's some also figure out if there's any post of it.
I thought he was just being petty.
Lie detector.
Pointing right at
Good thing. Gotta watch me.
you. Although you got a good rating.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, glad to see you again.
Just waiting on one more board member. He said he's on his way.
Paul looked very dapper walking next to you down the road.
Hi, Sue. I am about to start the select board meeting. Only like 2 minutes.
Because I'm not here tomorrow, so it's like, having lost it.
Oh, my goodness.
Wasn't a allotted amount.
That's gonna cost
Okay.
you.
Sticky fingers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Canceled minutes ago, which was, I had some that we had.
Okay.
Took Sue to the airport today. They got on the plane, and they had to
Yeah.
get off the plane for repairs.
Oh, that's never comfortable.
No, and they didn't have another flight. So she's in a hotel,
Where's she going?
just walking to see her sisters.
Milwaukee in the middle of a cold snap.
Yeah. Not like going to Florida.
No. Oh,
This is what I
he's
never
not late
got.
yet.
When
No,
someone
it's got 1
says,
minute.
when someone's signing in with just an iPhone,
Oh yeah, don't do that.
I shouldn't do that, right?
We asked them to,
They're in the waiting room
Identify
though. How do I do that?
Oh, that's what it was last time?
I'm scarred.
well, can they hear us now?
When I was with Damon, it was
If you're in the waiting
Oh,
room?
that mean, no.
You can send a
they're-
message to the people in the waiting room, see message up there?
Oh,
Yeah.
good, yeah.
free to speak.
Please state your name.
We don't want that experience again.
No.
Bless you.
Yikes. The funny thing is, I've been at 2 meetings. It happened at a planning board meeting too.
Really?
Yeah.
About to start.
Exact same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, out.
Never.
I am right.
Information because I hadn't heard from her. And I don't see it on
I mean, this is great, their
Shiny
support.
gold pen, I remember seeing that. Well, it's
I'd say
a great big boy now. Good job.
And I was like,
I know. I've been just sitting there going, nope,
Yeah,
minute,
I've
she's not
never
late
witnessed
yet.
that, I've always witnessed the onward light, the good parts.
Okay, at 5 o'clock on January 27th, I call the Tamworth Select Board meeting to order. Any urgent public input before we get started? Good. We're going to start with the department head. It's kind of a funny department head update because the library isn't really a department. But we're going to hear from Mary Cronin about Cook Memorial Library.
Sure, I'm here because I learned from the library's solar installer that the library's eligible to get renewable energy credits, or the system is. And before I fill out the paperwork, we need to know who gets the money.
Yeah.
Does it come to the library or to the town? We pay our own electric bill, and we pay all our own, all our own bills, so it would be easier for us to track the actual performance of the entire system if the library were to get the money. The money is probably around $400 a year. We're not talking big money, but this is a way to generate some income from the system. So that's my big question, is where should the money go before I fill out the form for it?
How's the credit worded, Mary? Is it worded as an installation offset, or is it worded as a buyback credit for the,
It's a buyback credit.
well, that
For the
goes to your
power.
power bill.
Yeah. Should probably go to the library.
Goes to the library, then it should be for your power bill.
Yeah, it would offset that, and we would ask for that much less from the town.
Yep.
Because we're getting that as income for it. Okay, so that was
That makes sense.
really my big question.
Is it like, would the library be getting a check, or does it just go as a credit directly toward the power?
No, you get a check.
Can you receive, can they receive
Yeah,
it?
wouldn't that come into any other
That's
money that we get for any other?
We receive money all the time.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, we have a treasurer and.
No, but I
like
mean,
donate-
but no, that's different, because as a town entity,
Right.
you're only allowed to spend what's been approved by the town.
And we would put this in the budget as anticipated income,
Okay,
and then we would have that would go.
so before next week's, or whenever it is,
Yes.
the budget hearing, you'd update your budget
Yes,
to
I
reflect
would,
that?
and that would be that much less from the
Yep.
appropriated amount for the
That
library.
makes sense then.
Yeah,
Yep,
okay.
okay, all right, so I'll put it in as an
Because it's not
anticipated income.
It's not.
It won't be unanticipated,
Yeah.
because it'll be voted on, because
And it'd be in our
end.
anticipated income,
Right.
under our budget, yep.
Yep,
Cool,
oh, good, that's good timing.
all right, I'll fill out that, yeah, I know, I'll fill out that form today or tomorrow, but anyway, thank you.
Yeah, great.
Any other questions? No? The library system, I mean, that thing sheds snow like nobody's business. There's no snow on it this morning even. It
Great.
was clear,
Right.
so, and sucking up sun, so it's a good system.
Can you remind me whatever happened with the furnace? What was happening with that?
The furnace, we're hoping that the furnace is somewhere in the town budget, so we can get a new
It
furnace.
is, but has it been, it sounded like it was dying, about to die any second, or is it just, you're just being proactive?
No, this one has got trouble, right?
Oh, no, it definitely needs to be, it's gotten some corrosion down.
But it's working fine in this cold snap?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That was my-
Yeah, okay, it's not emergency, but
Not, yeah,
not
last time
an
in service, the guy
emergency,
said,
yeah. I mean, it sounded like any day it could go,
Oh.
and I wanted to make sure it was still functioning until we got the money to get a new one.
Yeah, we've been without a furnace in a cold snap.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
okay.
well, they've got a few,
Yeah.
fortunately.
All right, I think this is a real person trying to join, but bear with me, I'm admitting an iPhone person.
You remember,
They've
just
tried-
unplug it if
Did
it's,
they-
Tried to join 3 times.
Did they
so.
give you the name?
I've asked for it and no. So now that you can hear me, I've been trying to message, I'm sorry, but the person joining on Zoom with the iPhone 186, could you please state your name for the meeting minutes? We've been Zoom hacked before, don't want it to happen again. Okay. I'll just give that a minute, you can carry on. But,
And then,
Changed to what?
one new message, here we go. Thank you, Linda.
oh,
I don't like that. Don't say that.
not gonna be
Get away
like,
with
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
exactly,
Okay.
okay.
okay, that's-
So the furnace is in our budget. Yep, it's under the capital improvement section. Right now, we have it listed to come from the building maintenance and repair
Right.
expendable trust.
I remember that whole part of it, I just was making sure that it wasn't limping along at this moment. And if it's not, that's good.
okay, that's it for your report, okay.
We love the library, thank you.
And now we'll go to old business, 2026 funding request by petition. And we'll start with Tamworth Community Nurse Association, asking for $70,000.
Yes, thank you. Am I okay where I am, or would you like me to move forward for the sake of camera or anything?
Can you just stand up?
Okay.
That'd be good.
Can I see me?
State your name.
Thank you. My name is Julie Lenoy. I'm the director of Tamworth Community Nurses. Thank you for having us here. We're just about starting our 105th year in Tamworth, which is really amazing. I'm really proud to be in the position I am, so thank you for that. And we are continuing to really focus this year on increasing our capacity and the numbers we serve and the way that we do that. And really, I think 2025 was a year of just expanding the role of community nursing in Tamworth and what it can mean to the community. So we've continued with the direct nursing services that I think people know us for, which is really the hands-on skilled nursing, things like wound care, administering the prescribed treatments that people might have from their provider. But we've also been seeing just an increase in the complexity of the need for medical case management, for helping people navigate the increasingly complicated medical system, as well as we've been doing a lot of caregiver coaching So in addition to the things that you might think of as hands-on nursing, a lot of these other things that are more broadly supporting psychosocially people who are vulnerable right now. So there is a full list, and just to save time, there's a full list in the report we submitted of the kinds of nursing services we do. If there's any questions about those, I'm happy to answer them. But you had asked last year for data, and I'm really proud of the data we have for you this year. In terms of the direct nursing services we've offered, we made a total of 2,164 help visits in 2025. That includes visits in our office, in people's homes, and over the phone. And I need to make a correction to the data in the section on your report that says, who do we serve? There's a typo. And we actually saw a 47% increase in the residents utilizing our direct nursing services this year, which was great. So we saw 133 more people this year, more unduplicated individuals than we did the year before. So that some of those people might see us just once in the year, but others are people we're seeing for many, many visits throughout the year for maybe weekly support in their home. So we're also noticing that we're seeing a diverse segment of, I think, representing all different pockets of the population of Tamworth, and we're going to continue to try to do that. So in addition to those direct nursing visits, which are captured in that data, we also launched over 20 community programs in 2025, which was a lot of new programming for us to offer. And these were a variety of things: educational opportunities, wellness programs, and support groups of a full range of topics. And we've really been trying to be mindful about addressing the needs throughout the lifespan. So on the one hand, for our youngest folks, we offered Squeaky Sneakers, which is for toddlers. We also helped host a support group for expectant parents and parents of young children. So that's ongoing. And then on the other end of the spectrum, we did a lot of programming on aging safely in our homes, as well as in response to a lot of people locally had cancellations of their Medicare Advantage plans. We did a program on understanding the changes to Medicare and helping coach people with that. So again, there's a full list of the programs that we did in our allocation request there. But one of the programs that I wanted to highlight that I think really captures the way we're trying to think about community building as part of our role as community nurses is a program we did in the summertime called, it was an Understanding Dementia Community Education Series, and that was in August. And the real goal of it was to help increase our skills as a community in supporting the people who are living with dementia, which there are more and more of in our town. So what I loved about this was that over 30 people participated in a program that was 3 weeks long, which is a lot for a program, an educational program in a small place like we are. And not only was it attended by people who were directly caregiving somebody living with dementia, but our police chief, our police sergeant, people who work at the library, and other public-facing people came, which I think really shows an investment in we are all trying to be supportive of the community as a whole, and we want to really be leading that charge. So that's part of our mission. And the other thing is we really took the community part of community nursing very seriously in 2025 by deepening our existing relationships with our community partners and also making a lot of new connections. And a lot of those new connections led to new programming, allowed us to be able to offer those programs to the community. So there's also a full list of the agencies and departments and organizations in our request that are all the people we've partnered with in the year. So I'm not going to read that because that would be long. But I wanted to just highlight a couple because I think they really highlight how TCNA is working to support public health in the community. So one is our partnership with the police department. So we've worked together on some complicated medical and mental health situations throughout the year. And TCNA was involved throughout the job development process with the community outreach person who recently was hired, and we are now working closely with her. We're going to be providing space for her use as a neutral zone to meet with people outside the police department to help support that connection. The other, which I think represents just our awareness that going to meet people where they are is really important, that we've been providing monthly health and wellness programming at the Mug Club, so we go there and we are going to where they already gather, which is an important way to connect with people. So we already have a full calendar of offerings scheduled for 2026. And then the other that I'm really proud of is we've been strengthening our relationships with the visiting nurse agencies that serve Tamworth, recognizing that we have different but important collaborative roles in the community, and really helping to define and streamline those roles and working together to identify where each of our organizations can best meet the needs of the people, because we have different functions in the community. So that's really the snapshot of what we are, and it's been a really big year of growth. Looking at the numbers, I was pretty excited to see the 47% increase of use. I think that's great. So the way we came up with our funding request is really based on just history of the last at least decade, is that TCNA has really relied on town allocated funds historically for about a third of our overall budget. And last year, for the first time in over a decade, we reduced our request by $5,000. And this year, in spite of just inflation and our overall budget going up by 17%, we are requesting less again. So in a 2-year period of time, reduction is representing now in 2026, this would represent 23% of our budget rather than a third. So it's a reduction. And so the request we have is for $70,000 rather than what we had been having for a long time, in the ability to continue that. The way we were able to get there was really a lot of community engagement. There was a lot of momentum this year, some fundraising efforts that were really successful, and we're hoping to continue that. And I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
I just want to say, because I was pretty clear last year that even at $70,000, TCNA's request is still substantially larger than any other request. And I was clear last year that for me to be able to vote in good conscience to support a request of this size, I really needed to see data and to see that TCNA's services were really reaching out to a wide demographic, and that effort was being made to make resources available to people who are working at different times. And you didn't add that you've actually hired new staff this year to be able to handle all of the work that's coming in. So that's another feather in TCNA's cap. I think that the growth, the breadth is astonishing in 1 year. And
Thank you.
I professionally work with a lot of the agencies that TCNA's reached out to collaborate with, and I don't have reservations about the support at this time.
That means so much to me. Thank you for that.
Good work. I mean, it's been a really titanic shift that has taken TCNA in an expanded direction that I think just benefits the town. So.
Thank you. Are there any other questions that I can answer?
One teeny thing I'll say is, since you talked about increased staff, I'm chair of the personnel committee. And we actually obviously looked at that during the year because we wanted to stay within budget, and we did stay within budget. So even though you see more people,
we restructured.
we manage finances, so that's not a part of the budget that is responsible for our
Right.
overall increase.
We had a staff member leave, and we restructured how we replaced that person with different hours and a different skill set. So it has worked out really well. We're very happy with it.
I'm all set. I'm going to read this over more carefully.
Sure. Yeah, sorry, it's long, but
Yeah.
hopefully helpful.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we'll hear from Lakes Region Visiting Nurse Association.
Okay. Thank you so much for having us back again this year. My name is Dr. Erin Josby. I have the privilege of serving as the CEO, and this year I'm joined by our very wonderful Chief Financial Officer, Jim Burnett. I believe that a bunch of information that's very data laden has been sent to you. We're here to answer any and all questions. We're really privileged to be one of the partners of Tamworth's Community Nurse Association. We look to partner, and we're really proud of the way that we've been able to offer some additional services, again, to help expand the impact that they can have and that we can have in your community. So running a 6-week grief support group is one of the ways that, again, we hope to provide some additional meaningful support to the town of Tamworth's citizens. Like the Tamworth Community Nursing Association, we've been around for a little over 100 years now. And again, your ongoing support has just been so crucial to our ability to continue to provide those services. We recognize that there are many nonprofits that are here, including many other visiting nurse associations. And so again, ways that we can distinguish ourselves either as the only 5-star CMS rated hospice that serves this area, the professional development that we continue to invest in for our employees so that they can provide that quality of care to the people of the Lakes region. And lastly, how we can continue to invest in charitable care. We recognize that the need is only increasing and reimbursement rates are going down. So your support has been really crucial in that regard as well. I'll turn it over to my colleague Jim to give you some additional data for the number of visits and how we hope to continue to serve.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Jim Harnett, CFO, and privileged to work for Lakes Region VNA. I want to thank you for the past support and respectfully ask for your partnership again in 2026 to ensure all residents, regardless of financial circumstances, have access to compassionate and professional home-based care. Lakes Region VNA respectfully requests a town appropriation of $5,000 for the 2026 calendar year to support our essential home-based healthcare services for Tamworth residents. We offer 2 core programs, home care services and hospice services. We are, as Erin mentioned, the only 5-star CMS rated hospice and home health service within the Lakes region. In the coming months, we aim to expand our maternal and child care services, which is an important step, and it's made possible through the support of our communities. Over the past 12 months, we've worked diligently to improve the health and well-being of the residents of Tamworth by offering programs and services at no cost to participants. This includes our weekly bereavement support group, which offered compassionate care and guidance to individuals coping with loss. Additionally, at LRVNA, we delivered 405 in-home visits to 15 Tamworth residents. One was a hospice patient. Of these patients, 2 received charitable care of over $1,000. Your support allows us to meet our growing care needs despite declining Medicare reimbursements and helps us to offer free or reduced cost services to uninsured or underinsured Tamworth residents. Reimbursement rates for Medicare are already down 3%, and as our expenses continue to rise. LRVNA recognizes and deeply appreciates the incredible support this community has provided in recent years. As we remain committed to delivering the highest quality care possible, we look forward to partnering with Tamworth Community Nurse Association to support residents through education and wellness initiatives, such as our Staying Strong, Staying Safe event we held for seniors this past September. We understand that this partnership will create additional expenses for the town. In recognition of that, this is the reason we are reducing our annual funding request to $5,000. Additionally, part of the decrease in the request is also an acknowledgement of all the multiple agencies, both nonprofit and for-profit, that serve this area. But we're looking to be your preferred partner. We remain steadfast in our mission to provide compassionate, high-quality home care and hospice services to all individuals. Your continued support makes this possible, and we're deeply grateful for the trust you place in us to care for your community. Thank you.
Could you, I know we ask this every year and it escapes me every year. Could you remind me, you provide different services from TCNA. And I would like you to state what's the difference between what you can offer versus what TCNA can offer.
So I'll run the full list of what we offer, and some of it is availability and stretch. So there may be duplication, and some of it may be unique. So for our hospice, we have both skilled hospice nursing, bereavement and chaplain services, and social work that all kind of wrap into that. We have home health aides as well to help with all of the caregiver support in essentially ushering someone through that end of life stage, ensuring that they're fully cared for and that we can offer some respite along the way from the demands that are being put on them. From a home care standpoint, and this goes for hospice as well, we actually treat the full spectrum of ages. So from newborn, maternal care, prenatal care, all the way through to geriatric patients. For our home care services, we have rehab with speech, physical therapy, and occupational therapy. We have skilled nursing. We again have home health aides, which can be private duty, and we have LPNs as well as registered nurses. Our social work, again, given the mental health, the difficulty in navigating healthcare, a lot of that is, I'm sure there's just never going to be enough to go around, and so to be able to provide that as well is something that we're needing to leverage more and more. We too work very closely with the fire department, with the police department in helping to identify people who need these services, and again, transitioning people from not just the hospital, but from their, to be an extension of their primary care providers as well as people become homebound. We are limited from a home care standpoint to people who are homebound when it is through insurance. So again, how can we allow people to age, to heal successfully in place? I'm sure everybody who's in the healthcare space would say, and anybody who's been on the receiving end of healthcare would say, being in your own home, being in your community, being surrounded by your loved ones, we get better health outcomes at lower costs and with greater retention of and development of patient dignity. So that's very much where our commitment lies.
Okay, and remind me.
God bless.
How do people access your services? Like, I could walk into TCNA tomorrow and get my throat checked or whatever it is.
Yeah.
How does somebody access your services?
So there are a number of ways. So there's the community events like the blood pressure clinics and the flu clinics that we're putting on. So that's us, but I actually think that most people would not know that that was something that we were providing.
Right.
If someone was interested in accessing either home care or home hospice services, that's a phone call to us. That's
Okay.
through the case management at the hospital, through primary care offices. We receive a referral typically,
Gotcha.
but some people are self-referred. And of course, continually working with identifying, articulating, and respecting what any individual patient's goals of care are when they're on our home care service, because there is a natural movement as well to helping people access hospice sooner. It is a benefit that people pay for that I think many are unaware of. I think there's still a tremendous opportunity to educate not just patients and their caregivers, but also frankly the medical community about when hospice is something that could be or should be considered. So that's also a role that we play, and we've put on several really, I don't want to call them popular because that just sounds weird about a hospice talk, but we've put on some very well received, I'll say, talks and educational sessions on successful aging in place, how to discuss what your goals of care are, making sure, like, just how do you navigate that from an advocacy standpoint with all of the paperwork that's necessary, challenging conversations with your family, and that's been typically put on by our Director of Social Work, Betsy Livingston, who is just really doing a great job.
Great. Thank you.
Any other questions?
I'm done.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, we certainly appreciate the trend in your request. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Yeah, great.
So next we'll hear from White Mountain Community Health Center. Sienna.
Hello.
Hi.
It's helpful.
Yeah. Another health organization. I'm Sienna Kaplan-Thompson from White Mountain Community Health Center. I'm the Director of Communications and Development. We are located in Conway. We foster community-wide health through quality and compassionate services. Those services include primary care, dental care, substance use disorder treatment, sexual and reproductive health. We have confidential services for teens, dietitian counseling, mental health care, including mental health counseling and psychiatric services, and care coordination from community health workers. We make sure that everyone in Mount Washington Valley can access those services through a generous sliding fee scale, translation services, transportation assistance, patient assistance funds, and other programs. Support from the community that we serve makes that all possible. About 7% of our patients are Tamworth residents. So that's out of 3,159 active patients, 219 of our patients live in Tamworth. And about 140 to 150 of those use the health center every year. But we are here for anyone in the community who needs us if they lose their insurance or need more supportive care. Or if they have high deductibles that they can't afford, we're here for them throughout the year. This coming year, we do expect that the number of people using our sliding fee scale will rise significantly due to the changes in the health insurance landscape. Medicare has changed so that a lot of people are losing their insurance. Medicaid is in the process of changing, and we're already seeing people switching from Medicaid to our sliding fee scale. And of course, the ACA subsidies have changed so that a lot of people are either choosing to not be insured or to have a higher deductible plan. And like I said, you can use our sliding fee scale to help with high deductible plans, so that makes a difference too. We are here exactly for that. We're here to make sure that everyone can access health care no matter what's happening with their health insurance. And we're hoping that while accommodating that increase, we'll be able to do that without cutting any of our services that patients depend on. So we are increasing our ask this year for all the towns slightly after keeping it level for a number of years as part of a larger fundraising strategy to offset that increased use of our sliding fee scale, where, you know, if you have insurance or Medicaid and you go to the doctor, that will pay $100 or $200. If you don't and you use our sliding fee scale and you make less than the federal poverty level, you'll make $10. So that's exactly why we exist, so that that patient isn't expected to pay that $200 and they can still get that care, but that difference comes from somewhere. And it comes from the community support right now. So that's why we're increasing our ask. So in Tamworth, we're asking for $8,760, which is $40 per patient. I could say a lot more, but why don't I just answer any questions that you have?
Shockingly, I have two questions. Okay. First one is, you provide dental care. At our last meeting, folks from TriCap came and said what I maybe am late to the game knowing, but that the dental clinic had closed. Do you have capacity, and I'm going to fold both my questions into one. Do you have capacity to meet the increased need that we're going to have based on things like the dental center closing and the so many people's healthcare being impacted by changes? Are you able to hire new staff or increase hours to?
Our limitation, especially for dental, has always been space, and we are working towards a larger building that would have space for a full dental suite. Right now we've mostly focused on children, but we also do provide dental care for adults, but they have to be primary care patients just because of our limited capacity. Sure. We have talked a little bit to Tri-County CAP to talk about that. We're very aware of that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's something that we're going to be able to accommodate or help with, but it's certainly something we'd like to if we can. And certainly, eventually, we would like to be able to accommodate, because it's a huge need in the area. We hear about it all the time, and our dental hygienist talks about a lot how much she'd like to be able to help people more. We do have a dentist, but for adults with very serious dental issues, we have to refer outward. We do have a dental fund that provides some help for patients who need, like, I think it's just for extractions. If they don't have Medicaid, or if they can't get, like, now Medicaid covers dental. Sorry, did you want to get really in the weeds on this? It's a thing I care about a lot.
Yeah.
We have a way to help people a little bit at other places.
Okay.
So it's an area we're focused on.
And your general nursing and like GP staffing, can you accommodate an increase? I know so many places, I have friends who are looking for new primary care, and no one's accepting new patients right now. And you're talking about the increased need that's going to come, and I'm wondering if you have a way to manage new capacity. Like,
We do have capacity. We've gone up and down. We have one provider who's taking new patients right now, Marcelo Majorano, and he's great. I don't believe that Josie is right now, but we do have capacity for new patients, and especially on the medical. So the dental is limited by space because you only have one chair, but the medical is a lot more flexible. So we'll figure it out.
Okay.
People need us. Yeah.
Yeah. That was it for me.
Anything else?
All right.
Okay, thank you, Sienna.
Thanks, Sienna.
And now we'll hear from the Bear Camp Center for Sustainable Community, unless you want to do it another day.
Well, I'm going to do mine at the budget hearing because we
Okay.
don't have a quorum if I leave the table. So you've got the materials you can look at ahead of time, and I'll present to the public and to you all then.
Okay, good enough. See if I can find my agenda in the stack.
Thank you guys all for coming. You're welcome to
thank you.
stick
Yeah.
around to hear about the budget and the warrant.
Or you can go or eat your dinner.
We won't
We won't hold it against you if
Judge
you
us.
leave. No, not at all.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thank
thanks a
you.
lot for
Really
your work.
appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Emily, can I hand you our petition? I just happened
Yes.
to bring it over.
Yeah,
It was at the
that's fine.
bakery where I was.
Thank you.
I thought I'll hand it right to you.
Thank you so much. So I put
Go to the
together.
Community Center. Marcel was my
Oh, really?
primary care. That was great.
So I put together your proposal.
She's German.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the draft budget and town warrant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this will look familiar from last year. I put together binders for you guys. This is what, if we make any changes tonight, I'll have to take these back from you, update them, and then you'll get them back before the actual budget hearing on the 10th. But I should also note publicly, last meeting we were a little unclear as to what exactly I could nail down for the budget hearing. We did get it at the library Tuesday, February 10th at 5 o'clock. Mary was kind enough to rearrange the library's meeting schedule so that room would be open for us, so that's what it'll be.
Great.
We won't have Richard Doucette, so I need to make sure at least, I think the rest of you guys plan on being there, so. I have put together, similar to what I did last year, just kind of you'll have some opening statements, general statements about the budget, just hitting some major points on like what, the COLA increase was, what the insurance increase was, and then just like last year, we'll kind of tackle one warrant article at a time and give the public a chance to talk about the line items within each warrant article. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing what kids in school do, which is looking ahead for my part.
Yeah.
And
Definitely not doing that.
Yeah, so that I
you
don't
already did yours
expect,
first.
the whole board to know the budget. I mean, you all know the budget pretty well at this point, but I've assigned each of you kind of like talking points to
Yeah.
specialize in.
Yeah, and I think there's a mistake.
Okay.
So if you look at Article 11,
Yeah.
which appears to be the EV chargers, but
Yeah.
then my little crib sheet notes is about the benefits for an officer.
Oh, okay, oops, yep, I'll fix that. And, well, we can do this however you wanna do it. You can just kind of look at it and make comments right now, or we can go through it, one by one, and, I mean, we also did, you know, we want public input at this point, so if you guys see any red flags in the budget that I need to correct before the budget hearing, like, don't be shy, I'm encouraging everybody to speak up, so.
Yeah, right, we don't wanna make changes at the budget hearing if we can help it.
Yeah, yeah, just because it's such a tight turnaround after the budget hearing to get the annual report printed.
Is this the draft up here? Or those are
Yes.
copies?
Yep, the warrant is right there and the budget is right here, that's just the agenda. And this is the library budget, if anybody wants to see an expanded view of that.
Is 33 brought by the state to everybody's warrants?
33.
Independent redistricting?
No, that's a petition warrant article, that a couple residents brought forth.
Oh, it's a petition article, okay.
Yep, number 33. And I basically just, I actually don't know too much about an independent redistricting commission, so.
But somebody will theoretically be at the budget hearing to explain to us what that's about?
Yep.
Great.
Yep. Yeah, that came in from, Ellen Farnham handed that one in.
Okay.
The one that threw me for a loop just because it came in on Friday was article number, I think it's 12 in your version of it, which was the $20,000 for repair, maintenance, and painting of the Great Hill Fire Tower.
Oh, that's what they came up with their engineering report.
My recommendation to the Conservation Commission was to have that come from the expendable trust fund that's for town building equipment and infrastructure repair and maintenance. That way we don't have to raise it in taxation. And we can pull from that fund at the end of the year only if we need to.
So where would it come?
But then we'd have to replace it the year after.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can always
Yeah.
look at the end of the year. So there's two warrant articles, the $6,000 for the library furnace and the $20,000 for the fire tower that we put in the part of our budget at the bottom for capital improvements.
Mhm.
So we show it as an expense. I show it as a revenue coming from the capital reserve
Expendable.
fund.
Right.
Yeah, expendable
Expendable.
trust fund, thank you.
Yeah.
But we really only do that because if we need to at the end of the year, because 26,000, there always seems to be an extra 26,000 in our budget. So,
Yeah, we wouldn't have to take it out of the expendable trust fund unless we,
absolutely.
Where would it
Okay.
come from? What budget would it come from in the meantime?
It's in the capital improvement section, so you see it in your line items at the bottom. On the last page of the budget.
But either way, the taxpayer's gonna have to pay for it, whether it's this year or next year. If we pull it from the expendable trust, we don't have to raise it this year, but we'll have to raise that amount next year to replenish the expendable trust.
yeah, she's saying we may not have to pull it from the expendable trust because.
Right. Because every
you know,
year we have,
There's always give and take in the budget.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah.
I guess my question is where would it come from in the budget if we didn't raise it this year?
If we didn't raise it this
We
year.
don't need to, because we're allowed to expend from the expendable trust, because the select board's allowed to
Is
do
that what we're
that.
saying? If we had it left over, where would we have it? Just because of the bottom line budget, but like
Yeah.
we have to
Right.
spend it out of somebody's budget, right?
Well, it comes out right here. So like when we pay for it, it
Mhm.
comes out of this line. But I would only need to pull from the expendable trust fund
Oh.
to replenish that if our bottom line was in
Right.
rough shape. But I don't think it will be because we always have about $200,000 floating.
Gotcha.
Can the public ask a question?
Sure, Mark.
Yeah.
So, who looked and, put out the bids? Who oversaw that?
For the fire tower?
Yeah, just because, this is my question. So, I've seen the fire tower many times, been on the fire tower many times. So is that gonna be, that's gonna be the structure repair at the top and painting of the tower? Okay, so my question is this, is because the tower has always looked like it was really in good shape to me. So I understand $20,000, it's actually a pretty good price if the proper materials and paint are used on that tower. So I just wanna know who's overseeing it. Is it like a bottom dollar thing, where somebody was just, they offered to do it, or, you know what I'm saying?
Conservation
The
Commission.
well, so we haven't put the project out to bid yet
Okay,
itself. In last year's budget, there was money in the Conservation Commission's budget, and that's why it's reflected that the Conservation Commission budget's down 5,000 or 7,000. So they did an engineering study, HEB maybe, I can't remember who won that contract to do the engineering study, gave the report, and this is how they came up with what needs to be done. This project, I'm assuming that that's an estimate, but they haven't put this out to bid yet.
okay, just because, there's some maintenance that has been done on a lot of the buildings. And so far, it looks like the quality of everything has been good. I know that the police department building was stripped and left for the winter. Not a good plan there.
Yeah.
And so it just concerns me that as long as you're getting your money's worth, right? That's all.
Yeah.
Because hopefully the tower will be there for it, long after I'm gone.
No, point taken. I think that I'm assuming, I haven't looked at it. Are you conservation? No, Richard's Conservation Commission now.
I guess so.
That they, they got the engineering report back, and
So
then.
I don't know where they came up with the number. To be
See,
honest.
the
Yeah.
engineering report, what did that encompass? Did it encompass, like, if we're gonna replace wood structure, what are we gonna replace it with? Is it gonna be something that needs to be maintained year after year? Is it gonna be,
Yeah, I haven't seen the report.
you know what I mean?
I haven't
Pressure
seen the
treated,
report.
which can withstand more than
Yeah.
pine. Or, and if it's pine, the constant upkeep of that.
Yeah.
And also the steel, are they gonna sandblast it first? Before they paint it? Or are they gonna just scrape it? I mean, there's a lot that goes into, maintenance of a structure like that.
I don't want
mean,
to
all you gotta
scrape
do,
that, can you imagine?
you drive down the road and you see what goes on with bridge repair.
Yeah,
Kind of the same thing.
yeah. Well, Ned is gonna be at the budget hearing, so he's the chair of the Conservation Commission, Ned Beecher.
So you're gonna get these questions all over again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we can't answer them, it'd be good to ask him again,
We haven't
yeah.
seen that engineering report.
No, and this
So-
is why I tried.
And that's
to,
okay, and I just want to ask it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I tried to get department heads and warrant articles in December so that we have answers by now. But I got this one on Friday, so
Yeah.
you folks haven't even gotten a chance to really
See it,
dig
yeah.
into it yet. I hope 20,000 is enough actually. Now that we're talking about it, which doesn't, but we'll see.
I do too, since we don't wanna have to have another budget hearing. Let's ask Ned,
Yes,
check
Ed.
in on that.
The contract was with HEB and it was $5,400.
For the
For the engineering study.
Yeah,
I was so close, thank you.
we just wanna see the thing so we know
What we paid for there.
what they're gonna suggest that we do to it.
Yeah, 100%, that's what I mean. When
Yeah.
I look at that
Yeah.
structure, did they go into in depth?
Did they give like a cost estimate? Is
Well,
that,
I can't imagine
Is that
how
what we
else
came
they
up
would've
with?
come up with this
Yeah.
number.
I mean, that's pretty standard for like when engineers do a
Yeah,
assessment, they usually give you something.
yeah.
All right,
I have a question.
Sienna.
What's going on with health insurance?
Yeah, so all of our health insurance now moved into one line.
Okay.
We ended up moving away from the health trust for 2026. We still have the same provider, which is Anthem, we just went through a private broker because we were able to get a better rate. So we switched to a high deductible, low premium plan, which saved the town about $73,000 this year compared to last year. So it's a little easy. Instead of having it parceled out into each different department, we made one line for insurance benefits, which is in the personnel administration portion of the budget.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great job.
Oh, thank you. Well, so far so good. I keep asking the employees, like, does everybody like what? My complaint is I haven't gotten my health insurance cards yet. They keep going to the wrong address. So, but so far so good everywhere else.
I have one more question. Sorry to, I never go to the select board meetings and
Yeah,
now
this
that
is,
I'm here,
a,
I'm like,
this is,
tell
a,
me
this is the
everything.
night for a public question, so ask away.
I'm really interested in the EV charger. I have been. I was wondering, that's going ahead, it looks like.
So it's
Or is it
going
a
ahead,
budget?
dependent on grant funding.
It's
So
grant
it's
funded.
it's not being paid for by taxpayers, but in order to spend money that comes in through a grant, we have to put it through this process. So the select board has, the Energy Commission has come in a bunch, giving us lots of updates, and I can't remember the vote, 3-2 maybe?
Yeah.
We, if it was a 3-2 select board vote, we allowed that this could be put on town property if the warrant passes and they get grant funding.
Oh, okay, so they're sort of independently looking for grant funding for
Yes, the Energy Commission, this is an Energy Commission
Yeah,
project, so
okay.
they've looked at a few, some funding has disappeared, some new funding's come up, so they're hopeful.
Do you know if it's supposed to be a level 2 charger or a fast charger?
Can't remember.
We had that conversation.
I think it was level 2.
I think it's level 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't the fast charger.
And I think I did put, we're still working out the details with the Energy Committee, but I'm, in their portion of the operating budget, I did create a line for EV charging expense because I understand that there's like a maintenance fee involved that's supposed to be offset with the revenue that comes from the charging fees. So I've created a line for expense and revenue specific to the EV charging, but I don't know exactly what that dollar amount will be yet, so. Becky, you have a question?
Yeah, I was reading it on public minutes, and we were assured probably 100 times, and I'm sure I can go back through video and find it, that there would be no increase in personnel needed for this transfer station project, or no increase in hours, and then all of a sudden I see before the project's even started, we're increasing someone's hours.
Someone's hour, oh, the non-public meeting minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've increased employees' hours up to 30 hours, but we were assured time and time and time again that this transfer project would require no increase in personnel hours or personnel.
Okay, so Becky, that increase has nothing to do with recycling. Part of what we're doing is increasing hours to allow one of the current employees to perform equipment maintenance on a regular basis, which hasn't necessarily been done. And the person who used to do a lot of it is doing less of it in the community. So we're actually allowing our employee to do it rather than subbing it out. So it might actually be better in the bottom line because we're not hiring a professional to come in and do that maintenance right now.
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with recycling or,
Yeah.
or building the new transfer station. It's work that needs to be done that will end up improving the life of our equipment, and we're getting a lot of new equipment that needs to be taken care of out of the gate.
We should also say publicly, I suppose now, because it happened at the last meeting, but we hired a new transfer station supervisor. Her name is BJ Pesha. She started, am I saying her last name right?
Pessia.
Pessia. She started last weekend, and those meeting minutes also reflect up to 30 hours, so it's not like that's a set 30 hours a week for this part-time person. It's just that there may be some weekends where the supervisor, you know, doesn't work a half day and they work a half day more. So it doesn't mean that that person's always working 30 hours a week, if that makes sense.
Well, it was just asked many, many times in regards to maintenance of the equipment and everything, and we were told time and time again that we would not require any additional personnel hours. So I was rather surprised. Could you tell me what the impact is into the budget if you go up to 30 hours?
Just to be clear, Becky, the public was told time and time again that, to handle the new recycling needs, we're not gonna hire a new person to run the recycling. I have never been part of a conversation where we've ever said, we're not gonna pay somebody to maintain our equipment. So, you're conflating two stories, so, this is not about the recycling center, and that's where we've been clear that we don't think that the new recycling is going to require us to hire a new person. And the great thing is, the whole project's coming in under cost, so. I'm just filling time while Emily's looking up your number in the
No, I
budget.
don't need an answer tonight, because she'll have it in the budget for the next meeting, I'm sure. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the part-time salary, so the budget's on the website, if you can pull that up, but on the salaries, the part-time line, you see that increase this year from last year's 15%, but that also includes wage increases for our part-time staff, that hour increase, and some per diem time.
So can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Dave.
Is this part-time person gonna get the same hourly rate that they get while they're doing work on a piece of equipment than they do when they're doing transfer station work?
Yeah, this is just, they can work up to 10 hours more per week, because they're on 20 hours now. right?
Okay,
No, 24, so 6
Oh,
hours.
they're on 24, so
Yeah.
it's just 6 hours
They
more.
currently work 24 hours.
They don't have to work the 6 hours.
okay, I understand.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious, what type of maintenance will they do? Is it gonna be general maintenance, filters, oil
Probably
change?
not gonna be replacing transmissions and hydraulic pumps.
Yeah.
It's probably
Right.
gonna be greasing equipment,
Right,
Changing the oil.
possibly taking a tire off, probably not on the back of the backhoe, because that's not really a one-man
no,
job,
not
but,
really, and
you know,
taking it somewhere to have it
maybe
replaced.
replacing a cutting edge on the backhoe, you know,
I was just
operating on a
curious.
snow pusher, adjusting an edge,
Yeah.
you know, changing oil, but
So-
not like heavy
They're not
heavy
replacing
maintenance.
hoses,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they might even maybe a
Replace
hydraulic hose
hydraulic
or
hoses,
something,
yeah.
but
This is also a person who has proven to us over the last 3 months that they're capable
Okay,
of
great.
covering, running the transfer station at time of need. So a merit raise was taken into effect. There's a
that-
lot of different decisions that went into this person's increase.
Do you think you should get more to be doing that kind of maintenance, because it would cost so much subbing it out? I mean, I
think
wonder
that
what
was-
you think.
Yeah, 100%, I mean,
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
you know, been
Yeah.
on equipment my whole life, so I know, go
Yeah.
over diesel works and see what it costs to have an oil change.
and
For
spending
sure, right?
even like greasing equipment or changing changing an oil on a piece of equipment isn't something you're gonna do while the transfer station's
No.
open.
Right.
So coming in, and even if it takes them 6 hours to do a 3-hour job for a quote unquote professional to come in and do it, probably still gonna be a good
Alright,
investment.
so he's been doing it, so he knows like, you know, at what hours things should be done. and-
Yeah.
That's all being.
Yeah, and he's
Okay, good,
in
good.
previous work experience.
Will he be ordering equipment that he needs, you know, parts that he needs, to
Well,
do
the-
that kind of stuff?
With the new equipment in today's world, 99% of the time, if you go with good providers like Caterpillar, they actually send you
On
the
schedule.
intervals
Right.
before it's even due, and they email you and say, hey, just so you know, your piece of equipment's due in 25 hours for this,
Right.
this, and this. It's pretty
Fantastic,
amazing.
yeah.
I mean,
No, I know, and I
Honestly,
understand, that's
yeah.
great. Matter of fact, real quick, just for a quick laugh, so I was in the middle of my snow removal yesterday, and I was a bad boy. When I looked at my fuel filter in the fall, I said, that still looks good. So I was changing my fuel filter out in the snow.
Yeah, yeah. And you can empathize.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ed.
I would just suggest that next time you have a non-public where you hired somebody, which was last week, that after you come out of non-public, you announce that, because it seems like
Well,
nobody.
You can't always do that because
offer.
you have to offer the position, they have to accept it, you negotiate. We couldn't announce.
What we decided
Oh,
in
you
non-public
offered,
was to make an
you
offer.
You
Right.
offer, okay.
Yeah,
And
we agreed to make the offer, yeah.
And probably typically they wouldn't have started, like in most cases, they wouldn't start for a little while, so.
Yeah,
And in the past, we've sealed the minutes because of time lag, and we didn't this time because we knew the person was gonna be contacted immediately.
Was that the one you recused yourself from?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, anything else on the warrant?
oh, I should say that you'll notice I don't have revenues posted yet. So after tonight, then I have to officially notice the public hearing, the budget hearing, and I'll have the official draft warrant and budget posted. And that will include the revenues. I'm still just, I have the bottom line number accurate, but which you see at the bottom of your budget. But Michaela and I just have some grants in the wrong place that we need to move around. She's still doing some reconciling with Kim, so the revenues will be posted next week.
Great.
Okay.
And you'll spell my name differently?
I'll spell your name differently.
Oh, gosh.
Did I misspell?
Yeah,
I did?
it's all right, I'm not hurt.
And could you remind me, at the budget meeting, we all, review the budget and look at it together, but your votes as a select board at a later meeting in this room, am I
No.
right?
No,
Oh,
no.
you do them that night?
Yeah.
It's been done
Okay,
different ways,
okay.
but because we pushed the budget hearing into this, it's tight with the printing. So last year, we actually had it pretty streamlined, like we went through one, presented it, got all the information and voted right then.
Yeah.
Instead of going through everything and then going back through everything to vote. And
Yeah.
I liked that process, it seemed like it cut an hour off the meeting.
I did. So what I have done is within your line item budget, everything is tied to a warrant article. So when we discuss warrant article 3, or well, that one doesn't have any, or article 5, which is general government, that'll be everything in your budget that's listed there. And that's the opportunity to talk about those. So one thing we'll want to do is make sure we give plenty of time for public comment, because there's a lot of line items that go into that one warrant article for general government. So
Yeah.
It's the best attended meeting of the year, it's almost as well attended, maybe more attended than the school board meeting.
And then you ask.
that was what Sharon did.
Yeah.
So you'll see Article 10, the fire department's going again for a radio grant. It's lower this time. It's only $168,000. In the past 2 years, it was like upwards of $500,000. So we haven't gotten that in the last 2 years, so I'm not holding my breath, but it's there.
But that's only grant funded too.
Yeah, only
As it is
8,000
every
is
year.
coming from taxation.
Yeah.
So this will be the first time in the last 3 years that I've been here that we won't be using any unassigned fund balance money to offset the budget. So kind of overall at the end of the budget, you'll see the total appropriation. Our appropriation for 2026 is down 11.8% from last year's appropriation. Which is good, but because we're not using any unassigned fund balance money to offset the budget, and because I'm being more conservative on our revenues, you'll see like last year I think we just overestimated what we would get for land use change tax, for excavation tax, for timber yield tax, for building notification forms. We overestimated, so I'm a little more conservative in this. But the amount raised in taxes, the estimated amount raised in taxes, is more than the last 2 years. But I want to remind everybody that our first issue tax bill is just to it's just an estimate. We collect our first payment, and then we go to set the tax rate and collect the second payment. When we set the tax rate is when we can use a big chunk of change
Right.
from our unassigned fund balance to
Offset.
offset it.
Yeah.
So,
What's that at right now?
our
Ballpark?
unassigned fund balance, so it looks like we'll have about 400,000 rolling over from 25 to 26,
Uh-huh.
which puts us at 1.7 million, which is about 14%, which is good.
That's good.
That's
a good number.
ballpark, so it's good, yeah.
So the idea is to let all that money sit earning interest and
Use it at
fall.
the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to keep our tax rate within $1, but no promises, because it all depends on what the school, the state, and the county do
Yeah.
as well, so.
I will say once more, department heads and committee chairs were terrific trying to whittle down whatever could be whittled down.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually, like, for the first time, I'm like, I hope we've budgeted enough. I think we're still within a really good range. You know, it's not so thin that, you know, I don't think we'll ever go over budget, but it's definitely, like, we're getting, like you said when we talked last week, and I said, yeah, it looks like about 250,000 rolling over. You're like, wow, it used to be 4.
Yeah.
You know, so we have, as we tighten the budget, less rolls over.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for putting this together.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
great.
So I'll take those back if you want, make some, it sounds like there was a few corrections, and I'll get them back to you.
I think it's only in mine, so you could, nobody else cares if my name's spelled wrong. I don't actually either. The only one that I do want you to fix is the one that I have to talk about. That's the wrong warrant with the wrong.
Yeah, that,
dates.
and actually, you know what, I'm still waiting for our attorney to get back to me on 2 of the wordings of the warrant articles, so, and I probably might get, I have a sneaky suspicion that there's another petition warrant article coming in for the,
What's the deadline?
February 3rd,
And the warrant, and the budget hearing?
February 10th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is just the last time we meet before the budget hearing.
Right.
So, so I will take your binders back
Okay.
and make sure those are good for the 10th.
Great.
Good date? Oh,
All right. Administrative report.
I have an account balance of $5,571,517. And just just doing this, and putting together the annual report. Huge thank you to all the departments and committees who have gotten me their report submissions, because just piecing that together takes so much time. And that way it's ready to go, so any last minute tweaks that happen at the budget hearing I can do and get it off to the printer. Richard Doucette wrote the select board
You got that into
report.
you?
Yeah, I'll send it to you guys so that you can have eyes on it. And I think that's all I got.
Okay.
So the budget hearing's in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Select board update. I don't have anything this week. It's all up to you, Leanne.
I only have one thing. Tomorrow is the planning board's regularly scheduled meeting, which is always interesting, but that starts at 5:30. At 5 o'clock, we have a public hearing that's required for any land use ordinance that's proposed. And as I've mentioned a bunch of times before, we have the regulatory compliance ordinance coming before the voters, and so tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, is the public hearing here in this room. And it's on the website, the draft is on the website for anybody who'd like to see it ahead of time.
My turn?
Yes.
No update from me. Thank
Okay.
you for your work.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's such a tiny signature
Yeah.
file.
Yeah, public input at this point.
I just want a clarification. So tomorrow's public hearing will be for the ordinance.
Yes,
What else was gonna be on there? What else is gonna be for the public hearing?
there's only the public hearing for the regulatory compliance ordinance, but then there's the regular planning board meeting
Okay,
following it. It's a regularly scheduled planning board meeting.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sure.
Is the planning board meeting tomorrow night, a public hearing going to be put on by Zoom?
Yes, yep, it'll be on Zoom.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for the reminder. Is that set up for Zoom, Emily? Because we talked about it at the planning board. I just want to make sure that we got the right link.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I had a public comment. What was it?
I can't remember. Okay. If you think of it later, I'll allow it.
Oh! I do know what it was. It's actually not public comment, it's part of my report.
Oh.
So Katie Bilodeau has been working now 3 weeks as the community liaison through the PD. And she could give you the specifics, but the great news is that she's already found outside sources of funding to support Tamworth people that they would otherwise have had. And that the town welfare fund does not have to support. So, that was great news.
Good.
If you haven't met her yet, you should make a point to chat with her.
All
Nothing
right.
for me again.
Okay, just checking. Second chance.
Go to the signature file. I make a motion to approve the select board public and non-public meeting minutes dated January 13th, 2026.
Second.
Vote. There, yes.
Prentice, yes.
Roberts, yes.
Thank you, Maureen. Thank you, Sienna.
guys. Thank you.
Have a great night.
Make a motion to approve timber yield tax levy for map 414, lot 69, in the amount of $3,070.59.
Second.
Bear, yes.
Prentice, yes.
Roberts, yes.
Make a motion to approve the driveway permit application for map 401, lot 18.
Second.
Bear, yes.
Prentice, yes.
Roberts, yes.
I make a motion to approve the accounts payable in the amount of $366,761.57. $275,000 for the school payment. $17,953 New Hampshire retirement system payment.
Second.
Bear, yes.
Prentice, yes.
Roberts, yes.
Make a motion to adjourn
Second.
Okay.
at
6:10.
6:10.
And I do want you to notice, I got
Thank you, guys.
A new binder.
a new binder. This is my 4th binder in my 4 years.
I know, and they're all-
Another reason that the select board should get a big raise next year, not to keep the meeting going on.
I'm glad I got that on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm running out of
Thanks,
the
Mark.
fat binders.
Thanks, you guys.
Appreciate you
You
coming.
guys gonna be at the planning board meeting tomorrow night?
Yeah,
I think I will.
I'm gonna try.
I'm
Yeah.
curious.
Got it on the calendar,
I'll be there.
Oh, yeah?
Where is it? Is it here?
right
It's right
here.
here, yeah.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be,
But we have to sit out there. Oh, you don't maybe.
Do you think it's gonna be packed?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think there'll be some people.
Good,
Yeah.
because I'll also be here.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank
Good
you
night,
very
Ed.
much.
Sorry, Ed, there's no room for
See you
you.
later, Ed.
Take care. Sorry, what?
I said, sorry, there's gonna be no room for you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're gonna have to stay down the hall.
I'll look through the window.
Yeah.
yeah.
We can open the shade. It's gonna be kinda cold out, but.
Did we sign everything?
What was this for?
Oh, that was just connected to the driveway permit.
Oh, I was curious what it was.
Just don't lose anything in there.
Promise I won't.
What's the school board budget? 11 million? Or you
Oh,
gonna-
okay.
It's
Oh, sorry.
10, it was 10
This has to be
and a
back
half.
attached to this driveway permit. Is this the driveway permit?
No,
10 and a half?
just stick it in there, it's fine.
Driveway application. Yeah, permit.
Wait, it's down to 10 and a half?
That's just for you, I think. Single
No,
signature.
last I knew it was 10 and a half, right?
I thought it was over 11.
What?
Is it?
They
The
cut
school
something?
budget.
I thought it was like 9.9 I saw in this folder.
My folder doesn't have the school budget.
9.9.
Or the contribution, or,
250 it was.
oh, 10 million. I thought we were talking about the tax.
Oh.
Only you have to sign that? Okay.
Hold on.
No, this
I'm not
one's
crazy.
everybody.
There's a,
Oh.
the tax rate.
Yeah, but that was last year.
You
You're
know
thinking
what, you know how much the Governor Wentworth Regional School District is?
Oh, wait.
40 million.
Oh, yeah,
70
20.
million.
Okay, never mind. It wasn't last year. Sorry.
Now, this is my estimated breakdown. The paraprofessional and the IEP, which is in the,
Individualized education plan.
correct, that's 5 million in the budget. Teachers are costing us 38 million.
Wait, that's only
Infra-
5 million?
Yeah, I thought it would be a lot more too. Infrastructure costs, the buildings, the everything else is 9 million. The support staff, that's transportation, the bond, food, laptops, that's 15 million.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's a big district, but it's a lot of
It
money
is.
too.
That's a big district.
Carl, you missed one.
I missed one?
Yeah, there's 3.
This is what I was wondering.
Let me just sign it for you.
Yeah. From what I understand, the school budget, I should have gone to the last meeting, but it's hard with kids. But,
Where is it?
Off Washington.
What
Boulevard.
I
I was just curious because
Oh,
I
you
done
said-
a test fit for the.
Is it lot
Just tell them over there
660?
and curse.
oh, yeah.
Say,
That's another one. that's proposed.
No, it's just that it's mostly like,
Oh, no, that's not
the
it.
teacher union contracts the busing contracts
Okay.
and
But
the high
like,
school contracts.
funny
It's
enough,
like,
I was wondering where they were gonna how they were gonna lay it out. The proposed well is like
Yeah, I think
that
a couple of years
Oh,
ago.
gosh, really?
Yeah, I mean
Couple years
it's
ago at the school
possible,
meeting,
just
Jack Waldron said
Would be
that, the school
very
board has
expensive. But
discretion on
There's
about
crazier things than
9 or
that.
10%.
we just did a
The
septic on
the rest is
this
all-
lot here. That's why I was curious if it was the
Oh.
when I dug a test pit for music over here.
614.
Well, wait.
Okay, Roger, 614.
This is-
Only 2.
You know, what I was just thinking about this in my head is because I